This is Tom Lloyd with Blue and Gold Illustrated here in Warrington, Pennsylvania with Central Bucks South running back Josh Adams. Josh, thanks for having me out here, man.
No problem. Glad you can make it out here.
So, last time I was here a couple months back, probably in the spring or so. You were uncommitted. A lot of people thought you were bound for Pitt, Penn State, a couple other schools, and then out of nowhere, you committed to Notre Dame early this summer after the Irish invasion. So just talk about the commitment, man, and where things stand with Notre Dame.
I mean, once I went down there, I had a great experience with my family. Got to meet the coaches and, some of the players. And, I had to, reevaluate, what I wanted for my future. So, when I compared the different schools and, the kind of experience I had going up to each of the places, Notre Dame was, best for me and my family. Just for me, they all were great programs and, had great educations. But for me personally, I felt that it was a better fit, and I can kind of build myself both academically and in the sport of football. So for me, it was just thinking about my future a little bit more and what I wanted to accomplish later on in life.
Coach Alford, the running backs coach at Notre Dame, he played a pretty big factor, especially when you were on campus, and then you guys got to talk at the Irish invasion for a couple days. And just talk about your relationship with him a little bit and how influential he was. We can add both he and Harry Heastand, the offensive line coach, because he was your primary recruiter here. Just talk about your relationship with them and how influential they were to getting your commitment.
I mean, when I went down there, started to build a relationship with Coach Alford, he became, like another parent. He really cares about his players, and he wants to work and get you better. So he reminded me a lot about, of my coach now, Coach Hedrick. He had the passion for the game that he has. He really loves the game, and he knows what he wants, and he wants, his players to get better, on and off the field. So, I mean, just making that connection with him, made me feel like, I was home a little bit, home away from home. So, I mean, building that relationship with him, growing, talking to him, just made me feel like that was, the best fit for me. Coach Heastand, he's great, because, he's the first that, I got in contact with. Him and, my old coach, Coach Rack, they have a strong relationship.
Right.
So it's almost like, it was, the relationship could only get stronger from there. So, I mean, both of those guys had made a big impact in my life.
Okay. And you were there, I believe, for your official visit for the Notre Dame-Stanford game.
Right.
Pretty wild game with crazy finish,
that was
right?
Great, yeah.
Just talk about the game. That was your first game atmosphere at Notre
Yes.
Dame. You've been to some other games locally, but just talk about that and how, just your thoughts on what Notre Dame, game day at Notre Dame was like.
I mean, game day and before game day, they're all crazy. The pep rally before the game day, fans come out and, they pack the seats just like on game day. So, I mean, the atmosphere, you can start to get the feeling even a couple days before game day that it's going to be, something big, something special. Down there, I'm, right next to the action. I mean, it was just something great. I mean, it was a great game. You played two top teams like that, and you got to, fight for the win. And once they got down there and made that last second drive, the crowd just went crazy and just made you feel like you were a part of that team. So I was down there with a couple other guys, and it's hard not to feel like you're a part of that. When something like that happens, especially against a big school like that. But the atmosphere is great. It's a lot of great things happening down there.
For a lot of the fans don't know what goes on when you're an official visitor, and obviously it's a little different from you. They don't need to really pitch you why you should come to Notre Dame when you're already committed, and they've already kind of succeeded in that point. But just kind of take me through the start to finish. What it's like on your official visit, and what you guys do, where you guys went to eat, things like that. Just kind of take me through the 48 hours while you were in South Bend.
We got there Friday around 12-ish maybe. Went out to lunch. They'll take you out to lunch. They'll take you to the team meetings. Kind of let you get a feel for how it's going to be once you get there.
Right.
I wasn't able to go through all of those things, so once the team was doing that, I would look around campus again. Not to all the places because I've already seen those places, but you look around campus, kind of wait for the team to get finished. That'll take you down to around dinner time, 6 o'clock. You go out to eat with some of the players, kind of get a feel for the area, the restaurants there. First time I had like the best steak of my life. So
where'd you guys go? Ruth's Chris?
Yes, we did. Okay. Yes, we did. That was a great time. So the other recruits will get there around that time, so you get to hang out with them, kind of experience the college life a little bit. Hung out with some red shirts.
Okay.
That was great, So those would be the guys that you'll be playing with once you get up there. So It's just about getting a feel for how life will be once you're up there and once you're a part of that. I think later on I'll get more of a feel for what game day will be like, because you're not really involved much in that. But on the recruiting side, it's just about what college life is like and what games and practices and stuff like that will be like.
All right. Now let's get away from recruiting a little bit. You talk about your season. You've been borderline unstoppable this year. Let's just put it plainly. Just kind of take me through your season. You bounced back from a knee injury. How do you think? Obviously, numbers-wise, you've been ridiculous. But just take me through your play this year. How do you feel? How's the knee holding up? Things like that.
I mean, my knee feels great. I'm just blessed to be able to play again and get back out there and work hard every day. Got a great group of guys that push me, and guide me to get better and get stronger. We're in the weight room even during the season twice a week, so we're working hard to get stronger and improve. Basically, we got a lot to do this season.
Do you feel like you obviously had a big sophomore season. I think you ran for 2,000 yards at that point. You're well ahead of pace at that point for this year. But missed your junior year. Do you think you're a better player since your sophomore season? And if so, where do you think you've improved so much?
I think I've improved in the film room mentally. Seeing what the defense will do, how they play our team. We're pretty much the only spread team in this area, so defenses, they play us differently. So I think I can anticipate better more what they're going to do to us. How certain plays of ours can stop what they're trying to do, pretty much execute what we need to do. I think we're all better in the film room. We're a little bit more dedicated. Our chemistry is better, so I feel like I'm able to analyze the defense a little bit better. Try to improve on stuff on the field, agility, quickness, blocking. That's big for me. That's going to be important later on. So I'm trying to do the little things better. I know that I was already fast and stuff like that, so you try to work outside of what you already can do and do something more. Okay.
I'm not trying to have an ESPN Tom Rinaldi moment make you cry, but on camera. But the knee injury was kind of scary. I know you had some issues with that, but was there ever a moment where you were struggling, where you thought maybe I wouldn't return to my form, and where what's my future hold now after this injury? Was there ever a moment where you just were kind of unsure and uncertain about your future?
I was never unsure. Like you said, my sophomore year I rushed for 2,000, and then junior year I had big plans, try to improve on that. The knee injury happens, and why would it happen to me, So I mean, you never want something like that to happen, but it took me a week, I was like, I'm gonna get stronger and get better. People do come back. Adrian Peterson came back. I'm no AP, but I can still work hard and have the same work ethic that some guys like that had, and I can still get stronger. So for me, it was just, downhill from there in a positive way to get stronger and to get better. So I use all that as motivation to improve.
Okay. Longtime head coach here, Dave Rackavan. He's not here anymore.
Right.
Tom Hetrick's your new coach. What's the big difference you've seen between the two of them, and both in helping you, but also helping the team?
Our old coach, Coach Rack, he's more offensive minded. So in the practice, he would be with the offense more and try to get our plays in and change up, the scheme of the playbook. The minute Coach Hetrick came in, he wanted to focus on us getting bigger and stronger and faster in the off season, in the weight room, stuff like that. Because later on in the season, when Rack was here, we would, kind of get bullied. I don't want to say bullied, but by the other teams, and we were getting tired. So he came in, built a strong defense. He focused more on defense. We already had, the offense, and so, he comes in, try to build the defense, get us stronger and get us bigger, so we can prepare to play, powerhouses teams like, North Penn, Pennsbury, and Penridge, bigger teams. So he came in just to focus on things we could build off the field, and pretty much got us in the weight room and got us in the film room, and get to work from there.
That's great. And lastly, on touching on the recruitment for the fans at home watching, is there anything to worry about? Do you plan on signing with Notre Dame in February?
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be great. I've been waiting, since I called him and told him I wanted to come to the school, so I just been waiting sign that paper. So that's where it's going to be. Blue and gold.
All right. Well, for 4-star running back and Notre Dame commit Josh Adams, I'm Tom Loy. Stay tuned for all your latest recruiting news at blueandgold.com.